Let's go to Job chapter 1, because I'm still reinforcing the presence and provision of God. When you have it, say amen.
Amen.
And I'm using Job as an analogy because Job is one of those fathers. He was in the right place, and the only thing that he did wrong was his relationship with God deteriorated to the point that he allowed fear into his life, and that's something that God couldn't allow, because you cannot have faith and fear at the same time. Just the same way you cannot have blessings and cursing at the same time. There's only two systems that govern us: either blessing or is a cursing. Amen.
Amen.
But in Job chapter 1, verse 10, it says, "Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his household and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the works of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land." Job was blessed. Job was always doing things. He was always sacrificing for not just for himself, but he was always being concerned about his kids. When you bless and you understand the purpose of being a blessing, it's never for you.
Right.
It's never for you.
Amen.
It'd be real sad to like, God bless me just so I can have better things and not have a better life.
Right.
It's just like you want what's in God's hands, but you don't want nothing in his heart.
Jesus.
How would you feel if somebody only wants you for sex? Or somebody only wants you for money? They don't care about you as a person or as an individual, but they only see you as what they can get from you. But we do that to God all the time.
Right.
We don't want to be in his presence. Matter of fact, the children of Israel told Moses, we don't want to talk to God. You go talk to God for us. And because of that, they never rise above their circumstances and situations. They maintain their mentality of being a slave. And God never wanted them to be a slave. They had to be governed by the law, but the law was only given because the people that was oppressing, they was under oppression for 430 years.
Exactly.
And because they was under oppression so long, they took on that mentality and they started oppressing one another.
Yes.
So God said, I have to have a system of government, so you got to govern yourself by it. But God's intention was never to make a law something that is used to entrap us. It was always by grace.
Yes, it was.
It was always by grace. Perfect example, David. Man after God's own heart. David killed the man. Slept with his wife. But yet any other man in that time would have been dead.
Yes.
David never died. Because David was not really under the law. David was always under grace.
Exactly.
David was always under grace. See, once you understand who you are, you know it's a difference. You're not enslaved anymore. The Bible says, who the Son sets free is free indeed.
Amen.
You know, I used to misquote that, and somebody told me, say, look, it's not whom the Son sets free, whom you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And I used to say, you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And the person say, if somebody sets you free, that means they can come back and get it.
That's right.
When you set something down, you just simply putting it down in close proximity, in close position to you. It's not free. You're not free until God actually make you free.
Amen.
And you're not free until your mind is free.
Amen.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference. We're free from slavery, but we're not free. Our mind is not free. Because if you don't have the ability to dominate and to rule and govern, you're not free. If you're still being dominated by your past, by your old experiences, and by your old ways and your old actions, you're not free. You're slave.
Amen.
Amen. Right there.
Amen.
That's true.
And that's the problem with the children of Israel. There was a slave to their past. How can you conceivably imagine, I want to go back to where they were beating me.
Jesus.
I want to go back to where I had to do what they tell me to do.
Jesus.
I'd rather go there instead of being in a position where all I had to do was just believe God.
My Lord.
But their mind was so screwed up, they couldn't fathom grace.
That's right.
Because they felt like, you know what, I don't deserve this.
Yes.
I don't deserve what I'm getting.
Yes.
And a lot of us feel that, you know what, I don't deserve good in my life.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that's a lie from the pit of hell.
Yes, it is.
You do deserve good in your life.
Yes.
And God do want it. But we have to change our mindset.
Amen.
We have to change our mindset. The Bible says, "Do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to prove what is that good and acceptable will of God." It's hard to get to know God and not to rise up to His level.
Come on now.
It's real, real, real hard. The more you get to know a person, the more you become like Him. And the more you get to know God, the more you become like God. The more you get to know God, the more you rule and govern like God.
All right now.
That's why God calls you gods. Because you're never made to be under the law, but you're made to be rule and governor over the law.
Yes.
The word dominion simply means to have rulership over.
That's it.
And freedom basically is two words: free to have dominion.
Yes.
So unless you have a dominion, you're not free.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
You know, Brother Gene made an analogy. He's talking about some kids like, I want to be free. I want to be away from my parents. Okay. That means that you want to be able to pay your own bills,
Yes.
Stay
cook
there.
your own food,
Come on now.
do all that stuff your parents do for yourself.
That's it.
If that's what you want to do,
Stay
I know
right
your
there.
parents will be like, hallelujah.
Amen.
Jesus, they'll be
Amen.
happy right there.
Amen. Amen.
Because every parent's desire is to see you not need them.
That's right.
Parents don't want to change diapers. They be like, oh, I can't wait till they get out that stage. I always got to change their diapers, do this for them. I want them to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
That's the same way they are about you. The same way. I remember this commercial. I don't know, it's Geico or State Farm or something. It's a commercial where a guy, he's sitting in his room and his parents come talking to him. Well, son,
Stay farm.
it's about that time. You about 18, and he called the lady like, Keisha, what is she talking about? They kicking you out. He let you know it's time for you to go on your own and be your own man.
Oh, that's the farm state insurance. Insurance commercial.
Yeah, and I see that, I laugh because I bet the parents already had mindset of what they're gonna do in his room. We're gonna make it a dojo. We're gonna make it a sauna. He like, man. And she like, I'll help you pack. That's the same thing with the parents. They want to see you come to that point of maturity where you don't need them anymore.
Where they can help you back.
And where they can help you pack. Amen. But we won't get there until our mindset changes.
That's right.
Our mindset have to change as far as when we think freedom is.
Amen.
Freedom is not, I want to do what I want to do for the joy that it brings.
Come on now.
Where I can sleep out all the night. I
All
can
right, stay
sleep
there.
with how many people I want to sleep
It
with.
don't always bring freedom.
That don't bring freedom. That's not freedom.
That's right.
Freedom actually means you're free to be responsible.
Yes.
You can't have freedom without responsibility.
Yes.
Because there's a lot to freedom. You have to be responsible with it. So God's intended for us for the whole time. Like, man, God's purpose is in the heart. This is how God trying to instill in us. He took the time out to develop some time with Adam and show Adam that, you know what? I'm developing a relationship with you because this is what I want you to be able to reproduce and recreate in your life and in the life of your family.
All right now.
That is nothing more important than the presence of God. It's good to have the provisions of God, but I'm telling you, it's so much more sweeter when you have your presence. Because if you have somebody's heart, you got them.
That's it.
You got them. You ain't got to worry about, can I get this? Can I get lucky tonight? You got their heart. That's it. But too many times we think that, hey, I'd rather have the things and not have you. And that's an insult to the person.
Yes, it is.
That's it.
I'm like, you don't want to take the time to get to know that person. That person is unique within themselves.
Amen.
Just like their fingerprint is unique from everybody else.
Right.
That person is unique. And if you don't take the time to get to know that person, you're really missing out.
Amen.
And that's what God is saying. The greatest gift that God can give us is Himself.
Amen.
That's why He told Abraham, I'm your exceedingly great reward. Ain't nothing better than me.
All right.
And because of that, I know when I get married, I can tell my wife, you know what? God loved you so much, He decided to give you me. There ain't nothing better than me.
Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah, but you gotta understand, it's so much in God, and we take it so lightly. It's so much of God, we take it just so lightly.
He good.
Yes, all the time. Amen?
Amen.
Alright, let me not digress, but go back to our foundation of Scripture, which is in 2 Samuel 6.